Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mr. Showbiz and this is Within the Day with Mr. Showbiz. And on today's episode, so Blacko the trend sake of what happened yesterday when he arrived in Ghana. The immigration picked him up and handed him over to the police because of a breach of contract between him and, and another party. So the management of that company, that be the cruise people, are in to talk about the whole issue. Subscribe and let's go watch their interview.
The genesis of the issue is from here, right here in this office. We approached the management of the artist, Black Sheriff,
Okay.
and asked if we could have him on board one of our cruise ships this year in August. We have a teamed cruise, musical cruise package that we call Afro Cruise Jam, which had its debut last year, September. And we featured Abrantia Machidede and the Apollo High Kings Band. Wow. And it was hosted by Grams Morgan of the Morgan Heritage fame. So it was a beautiful 7-day package in the waters of Greece, where we had to visit beautiful places like
They performed throughout the 7-day period?
No, they performed two days out of the 4 days that we were on board the ship. So we had a very good experience. So this year, we actually decided we were going to reach out to mostly Ghanaians in the diaspora, because we had issues with regards to visa acquisitions as well for a lot of people who wanted to go. So to make it possible for a lot of Ghanaians outside to also experience this, we decided to look for an artist that has that international appeal. You know, so it was quite about 4 or 5 of them, but coincidentally, I happened to be in Greece, and our liaison there introduced the topic of Black Sheriff. Good. Why? Because his parents live in Athens, in Greece. And so this liaison of ours considered them like family. Actually, he lived with the father for some time, you know, so it would just be nice and proper if we could, you know, give that opportunity. So we asked, and quickly the father placed a call to him. At the time, he was playing a show in Dubai. That was somewhere in March this year. And he said, okay, we should reach out to a lady by name Mimi Edu. And so Mimi happens to be the first point of contact in terms of management that we got in touch with. So it was first on a WhatsApp platform created, going back and forth, trying to establish first the availability of the artists based on dates and schedules. And we finally chose August 19th. And then they went back and came back, and the amount was dropped. A huge sum of money, $40,000. But we said no, it was still good. We would put.
It was higher than that.
Oh, it was. I mean, for us, it was. I mean, when they first started talking, it was higher.
It was
but
how much?
Oh, well, I don't want to go there. but we agreed on $40,000, and so $40,000 is what we agreed upon. Then, on that note, we moved from WhatsApp.
So who is this Mimi?
I haven't seen her in person before, but we do.
Management
Yes, she's one of the managers for the artists here in Ghana.
Okay.
So they are like the management company. Okay. So at this point, an email was created, an email was sort of put together, and then about 4 other individuals representing an organization called United Talent Agency. UTA. In the UK, they are registered as Echo Talent. And so she said, well, on the first email, I'll give you that. She said, oh, I'm now introducing Daniel to you. We've agreed on $40,000. Take it up from here. So it was now from management to booking agent.
Okay. So the first port of contact
was the management.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then from there
to the booking agent. Exactly.
Okay.
So the booking agent said, well, we don't have to go back and forth again. Give us all these details. Where's the event happening? The name of the ship, blah, 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 date. So we provided all that information to them. And then came a contract, you know, and so the contract came, and we perused it. It was okay with us. And we were like, okay, let's go ahead and do this. They demanded $20,000, which was 50% upfront. Right. So we went to the bank and we did a wire transfer to them. You should see the contract. I mean, the contract actually, I'll show you. The contract here, and I say, is between Mohammed Ismail Sharif, aka Black Sharif, care of Echo Talent Location in the UK. So the contract is between Mohammed Sharif and Daniel Vanderpoy of Cruise People Limited, 5th floor, Platinum Place, Accra. This is my address here.
Okay.
And so this is Black Sharif's address in the UK.
In the UK.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this was given out, and then the payment schedule was sent out, and that is the bank details.
Okay.
Right? So we went ahead and then we made the payment to them, and based on that, we decided we needed to do a media blitz. Like, we can't just go ahead and do this, and for that matter, they should fulfill their part of the obligation, which is for them to send us 5, 10 seconds, 20 seconds video of the artist confirming that he's going to perform. Boss, we waited, several emails sent to them reminding them we needed this.
So when was this deal signed, the contract?
The contract was signed on the 28th of April.
Okay.
Yeah, it was signed on the 28th of April.
And when did you expect him to do the video?
We expected to have this video at least by the 10th, between the week of the 10th of May. Because as at the 19th of May, I'm getting there. So for the media blitz, we paid our media partners, Multimedia, to actually have an out-of-station broadcast here in our office for us to outdoor the program. So we invited, you know, all dignitaries to be here. The event was right here on the ground floor. And we were waiting for the video. The video wasn't coming. And I kept asking, what's going on? What's happening? And it didn't happen. So I told the organizers, if by 3 p.m., sorry, the booking agents, if by 3 p.m. we don't receive the video, then there's no deal here. Okay,
so again, who was your port of call at this point in time? Was it a talent agency? Was it somebody directly connected to Black Sharif's core management team? Who are you communicating with at that point in time?
Okay, so this is what happens.
Yeah.
From our understanding, Black Sharif's performances outside Ghana, regardless of who you're dealing with, has to go through the booking agents.
Agents?
Yes.
So
the booking agents have been contracted by the management to handle all his bookings outside the shores of Ghana. Do you understand what I'm saying? So here, we're referring to the booking agents still acting in their capacity as agents for Black Sharif.
So they were the people you were communicating with regards to this
exactly
video.
Together with Mimi Edu. Every email that was going on, she was in copy.
Okay.
Every email that was going on between us, and we have about 70 or 75 trails of like email back and forth, because this thing spanned from like 2 months, if not more. Right? So on that day, we were here waiting for the video. The video doesn't come. And when I told them that if it's 3 o'clock, at this time it was around 1 o'clock, we had already set up here. They now forced Black Sharif for the first time. I hadn't spoken to him before. They now forced him to make a video call to me in the company of his one of the local managers called Aubrey.
Okay.
So they now called me, and it was here, right here in this office. Everybody was here because we were preparing to go downstairs for the event. And they were like, oh, Bosu, we're going to do some interviews because they have a show in America as well, New York. And so when we finished that show, we would come back and do the video for you. I said, are you serious? We were requesting for this video, God knows when, even before he was crowned the Artist of the Year. So 2 to 3 weeks span, and we still haven't received the video. Anyway, let me be honest here. I said, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Go to the program, and when you come back, let us have the video. When they came back, it wasn't possible to have the video. So I reached out to the multimedia team that was here, and then I asked them, the production team, I said, the guys have just called me now, and here we are. They don't have the video, but they're willing to make a telephone call onto the program And multimedia said, per our contract, it is a video that we're supposed to air. We have not come to your facilities with out of station broadcast equipment to be able to do phone calls coming in. In any way, that phone call was going to come in via WhatsApp. And you don't even do WhatsApp calls like on live broadcasting. So it didn't happen. And so quietly, that was what happened on the 19th of May. The next day, I realized now that something was going on. And so I called our lawyers and I said, let's write to them. So on the 22nd of May, we sent this breach of agreement letter to them. At the end of the day, the last part of this was, our client is, however, amenable to workable proposals from you to address demands contained herein, signed. So regardless of whatever we've stated in here that if you don't perform ABC or your breaches would have cost you, we ended by saying that we were amenable to have an amicable solution to this. Boss, from 22nd May to today, no response to this letter.
So you sent this?
This letter was
agency,
received to,
right?
yes, it's sent to the booking agency, to Black Sheriff's local manager that we know, who is Aubrey, to Mimi Edu, and a copy to Black Sheriff's father.
So you mean you've not gotten any response?
No
from any of
response,
them?
no response, no response. Okay, I'm not talking verbal response. This is a letter.
Yes.
So respond to this letter, but
Yes.
we have not gotten any response. Now, 5 days ago, about around 7 a.m., Mimi Edu calls me, and I'll share that. After about a month and a half break, hello, Daniel, I have instructed United Talent to refund the money back to you, but get your lawyer to write a letter to us, withdrawing this first letter before the money is sent to you. So I said, you got to be joking. What are you telling me? If you have any reservations or concerns raised in the letter, address it like that. But you don't call me in the morning and ask for another letter to withdraw this before you. So that was it. Nothing happened. And we didn't want to drag this issue this way, so we first started by filing civil suits against him. We filed civil suit against him where we enumerated exactly what has gone on and what our reliefs would be. But where do we see him to actually serve him? His address here is in the UK. Right?
But he's an industry person in Ghana, and he has other members, team members who also live in Ghana.
Beautiful.
It's easy to
Beautiful.
know where
Beautiful.
he lives.
So Grams Morgan was in Ghana.
Yeah.
Called the team. They called this bluff. Papa Logic called the team. They called this bluff. Baba Sadiq called the team. They called this bluff. Amachi Dede's folks called the team. They called this bluff. You want to hear more? I didn't want to go on this tangent. So I used all available human resource to reach out to the team because I don't deal with the artists directly. Here in this contract, listen to this. 14.4. The promoter shall indemnify and hold harmless the artist from and against any and all damages, claims, costs, judgments, fees, penalties, fines, and or otherwise in connection with any failure and or deny by the promoter to pay any necessary taxes, fees, levies, etc., and the like to the applicable authorities. So whatever I'm supposed to pay, if I pay him and for some reason issues come up that I have not taken care of other obligations, I won't hold him. But the last part, and it's sad. It's very, 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 very sad. Very, 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 very sad.
What does the last part say?
You want to know?
Yeah.
Echo Location Talent Agency acts only as agents for the artist.
Okay.
And assumes no liability hereunder.
Okay.
The person's holding my money for and on behalf of Black Sheriff.
Black Sheriff, yeah.
It is agreed that neither the artist nor the promoter shall name or join Echo Location Talent Agency Limited or any of its officers, directors, principals, agents, employees, and representatives as a party to any civil action or legal proceedings anywhere in the world arising out of and or in connection with and or related to any act of commission or omission pursuant to and or in connection with agreement by either the artist or the promoter.
So in simple terms, what does this one mean?
In simple terms, should the booking agent do something contrary to what the agreement states, Black Sheriff, cruise people, we don't have to hold them responsible for anything. We should deal with Black Sheriff. So we were looking for opportunity to show him this, because apparently he doesn't even know or seen the very contract that was binding between him and us. He doesn't know. So we wanted to point this out to him, that the people that are holding brief for you, who are your agents, they stated in the contract that should there be any, act or inaction on their part that results in what is going on now, they remove themselves out of this. So if they remove themselves and the contract is between cruise people and Black Sheriff, who do we go after? His management? We come after you. Then you deal with them. Now, you think this is a civil issue? The clear intent of fraud has been established here. Why am I saying this? It's because you presented yourself to us as being ready to be on the event for which we sent the money to your account. Thereafter, if for any reasons you were not available to do the 10 or 15 seconds video, you reach out to us and talk about it. We were in communication with Echo Talent about this. And every now and then, they say, oh, you will get it, you will get it, you get it. Until the D-Day, when they realized that we're not getting it, that is when they got the artist to confirm by actually making a video call to us. That is not what we were waiting for. Apart from this, when the letter got to them, till date, like I said, there hasn't been any official response from his team, himself, or the booking agency. Tell me, would you let somebody collect your $20,000 and go 2 months and not say a word to you?
But just as you pointed out earlier on, don't you think maybe Black Sheriff himself doesn't know what is in the contract? And all the communication, perhaps he doesn't know anything about it.
I honestly know that.
But you have contacted his father as well. Was that not a way of maybe trying to solve this
If
issue?
I tell you the responses that came from his camp.
His father, I mean.
No, his camp.
Okay.
You won't, as we speak today, his father is on the phone calling the very people who were trying to call him earlier that speak to your son. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't think that all the people that I mentioned reached out to them or him? You don't speak to the artist. You speak to the artist manager. That is the norm in this industry. For the likes of Gramps Morgan and Amachi Dede, it developed beyond just paper-based contract to a personal relationship so we could speak. But in the case of Black Sheriff, you do not have an way to speak to him. Everything is via email.
Yeah.
No telephones whatsoever. It's via email. So I have all that. And what are we talking about here? You take $20,000 from a company to be on our cruise and we entertain people. We're hoping that we're going to make profit out of that. And we ask for a 10 seconds endorsement video. Boss, I don't get it.
So when the Mimi lady called you, what was the import of the whole conversation? Was she trying to say that they are canceling everything and that she was paying back the money to you? What was the conversation?
Okay, your wife leaves home 2 months without telling you where she's going to, and then she shows up one morning, and then you open your door and say, come back to my bedroom. Is that how it's done? We have sent a letter to Mimi, Edu, and the rest of them from May 22nd. And you're calling me 3, 4, 5 days ago, not even responding to the email. So all this while, there's been complete silence. So as a business, we should sit down and assume that still the event is on or is coming on. What are we going to use to promote it? We have taken care of our part of the bargain. We have sent the money. So yours, it's not like you said the video was not part of it. You've agreed. It's there. So whether we say it's been cancelled or it's now cancelled, your inactions have actually cancelled this contract, because we can't be sitting down assuming that, oh, one day they will just pop up.
She was calling to pay back.
Yeah, she was calling actually to let me know that I should send another letter withdrawing my lawyer's letter. I mean, the lawyer should literally write another letter to withdraw the first letter so that she can make arrangements for the payment to be sent. This morning, when I woke up, an email trail that truncated sometime on the 19th of May had just resurrected. And what do I see? A message to the accounts department: send the money to Ghana. So it took this for that to happen. So if Black Sheriff wasn't arrested, they weren't going to do this.
So wait till they send the money?
Say again?
What are you suggesting, please? You said they sent the money.
This morning.
This morning?
Yes.
How much?
They haven't sent it. I said an email trail that went dormant for God knows 2 months. Because the last email communication between us was on the 19th of May, the day of the event. Since that day, nothing again till date. Okay? Today, I wake up. Of course, the news is all over the world, right?
Yeah.
I wake up today, and there's an email from one of them to the accounts department, because we are all in the loop of the mail that take action to send the money to Ghana.
Okay, I get you now.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get you.
So if we didn't get through to Black Sheriff, who were we going to get through? And you see, they were hiding behind the contract that because they are based in the UK, we here in Ghana cannot come there and sue them.
Okay, so let me take you back a bit. So did you cause his invitation at the airport last night?
So this is what happened.
6 technical universities have set out to lock knives and ladles in the quest for the bragging rights as the Big Chef Tertiary School 2023.
We know we are the best and we are not shaken by anyone.
Hey.
Chinese.
We are all the way from Takoradi Western to Greater Accra. Oh no, come on.
Visitors cannot come from anywhere and come and defeat us.
We can prepare dishes that are going to suit the judges all day.
We are here to win. We are taking everything back to home.
The battle line is drawn. Big Chef Tertiary shows this and every Sunday at 5 p.m. only on Joy Prime. Big Chef Tertiary, the kitchen has no boundaries. Joy Prime, your...
We launched an official complaint. Actually, we petitioned the director CID about his actions and asked that he be arrested. You don't want to know how many calls came from the police to Black Sheriff's camp and they ignored. You don't want to know that.
When was this?
Before sometime in June.
In June?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he flew out of Ghana on June 24th. Okay? So before then, the police would just not wake up and arrest Black Sheriff on a baseless or flimsy excuse from us. We submitted everything. So based on that, the police secured an arrest warrant from the court and then informed the immigration, because where were we going to find him? So it was either when he's leaving or he's coming. And so immigration stopped him, handed him over to the police. The police got him to the police station, gave him the opportunity to listen to the complaint, and then the caution statements were read out to him, and he wrote his statement. Based on that, he was granted a bail.
A bail.
Yeah.
So what's next from here?
Wow. Next.
What's next from here?
For us or for him?
For the case.
Oh, well, for the case, it's simple. We have a civil suit pending. We will submit the details of that to, actually he'll be served, you know, and he would look through it and make a response. And if he wants to make ends meet by cutting a deal, we'll get there. If not, then we want to pursue this to this logical conclusion, because you see, the way we were treated, it's not fair. It's unthinkable. And we don't want the general public to conceive us as trying to, you know, put a stop on his career or like impede his progress. And we waited 2 months trying to use all kind of means, especially human resources available to us, to actually find a lasting solution to this. That didn't happen, and we're here now. The police have invited us. We're both meeting at the police headquarters at 2 p.m.
All right.
And so when we get there, his legal team, my legal team will be there. We would go through the issues, and I'm sure they don't want this to continue. Neither do I want this to continue. So we should have a handshake, we get paid, and that's it.
So you want your money, just that?
We want our money, and not only the money we paid, of course. I mean, I'm telling you that we paid multimedia to have an out-of-station broadcast here to promote the event, okay? We have released a press statement this afternoon. In there, we stated our losses. If you want to have an event in a hotel here in Ghana, you first go pay a deposit to secure the space. That deposit usually is non-refundable because you've blocked their rooms and the date. So if you come back and say, I can't do it again, you expect them to give you back your money? That's what happened to us. When we finally sent the money and to do this, we went ahead and paid for the cabins, like the rooms on board the cruise ships. Not all, but we paid the deposit. So because of us, the cruise lines could not sell those cabins to the general public. Now, they wait. After 19th, we come back to tell them we can't come again, so refund our money. That's one.
So the event is not coming off?
How is the event coming on? How is Afro Cruise Jam going to come on? How is it going to come on? He's totally derailed all the process. How can we do this? If we take Black Sheriff's word as it is now, or your word that he would show up at the event, how sure are we that on that day, even cost us loss of revenue?
Okay, so out of all the things you guys agreed on doing, did he fulfill any of them apart from the video? Were there other things he fulfilled?
Nothing. We didn't agree on anything. There was 2 things we were supposed to do. One was to send money to him. The other one was for him to do the video. That's all.
The 2.
That's all. I was supposed to take care of his flights, hotels, and all other things. If you give me the video, I start promoting. When the date is due, I buy you your flight to go. That's all.
All right, guys.
So Charlie, basically that's the information from them, Yubab. That's the information from them, losses, a whole lot of stuff. But I can drop a suggestion about what you think after watching the video. What they are claiming, you know, is it worthy? And I say it's not. Let me know in the comment section. I'll go read and reply. My name is Mr. Showbiz. If today is your first time, you kindly hit on the subscribe button, like the video, and I'm out.